think most of us know about Captain America's ability to survive being a capsicle for 70 years, which is a pretty ridiculous feat. But Cap has survived much, much worse. I'm Adam Andrews with Top 10 Nerd, and this is the top 10 most ridiculous things Captain America has survived. Number 10. Willing himself out of a cosmic cube. In Captain America issue 446 in 1968, the Red Skull has captured Captain America inside a cosmic cube, making Steve live in a fantasy where he saves Dr. Ernstein, Bucky never dies, and he gets to see his mother, giving him the goal of defeating the German stash. You know, the task he was created for. His whole dream inside the cube is created from his subconscious desires. It's much like a real dream, where some things just don't make much sense at all. The dream takes place during World War II, but some people have cell phones, and there are technologically advanced airships. That kind of thing. Eventually, Cap and Bucky Barnes make their way to the bunker that the German stash is supposedly in. But just as Steve is about to enter, his subconscious Bucky stops him. Bucky talks to Cap about how things here don't make much sense, how he's supposed to be dead, and how him saying all this is the Captain's subconscious just trying to break through. His subconscious tells him this is a dream. All of a sudden, Captain America is outside the cube and just outside the door to the Red Skull instead. Even the Red Skull is shocked that Captain America has the willpower to break out of a cosmic cube. Number 9. Smashed through multiple walls, beaten, and has a building dropped on his head. In Captain America Volume 4, number 31 and 32, Cap goes to visit his flame at the time, Rachel Layton, also known as Diamondback, who was working undercover for Red Skull. She turned on the Red Skull though because her love for Steve had grown and she couldn't kill him, which resulted in the Red Skull killing her. When Steve arrived, the Red Skull attacked in his superpowered suit. The fight involved Steve being thrown into and through multiple brick walls and through floors of an apartment building, being beaten rather ruthlessly by the Skull, and having the entire building demolished on top of him. Not to mention, this all happened after he had just found his lover dead. But Steve not only survived, he didn't break a single bone. He was able to get up and start fighting again. I mean, not very successfully, until the, surprise, not dead Rachel Layton intervened. Number 8. Used as a Cap missile by War Machine. Multiple times. In Secret Avengers number 10, the Secret Avengers have been distracted by a fake godlike entity in order for the mysterious group the Shadow Council, working with a group called the High Die, to kidnap Sharon Carter as a bargaining chip to trade for Shang-Chi, whose blood will allow the High Die to resurrect Shang-Chi's father, Zhang Zhu. But none of that matters. I just want to talk about when War Machine threw Captain America like a spear right into John Steele, another super soldier, slamming him into the ground in such a cool comic book image. Look at that! Captain America being Captain America just does a barrel roll out of it too. Completely unfazed. Number 7. Fighting Ultimate Hulk. In their first real battle against the Hulk, after he goes on a rampage through the city, the Ultimates try to bring down the big green guy. Giant Man and Iron Man both fail in their fights with Hulk, which is when Captain America enters the fray, dropping a whole tank on top of him. A tank that has Cap sitting inside of it. But this is the Hulk. And no puny tank dropped from hundreds of feet in the air is gonna stop him. Banner rips through the tank and engages Captain America directly. Or should I say that Cap engages him, putting up a hell of a fight, punching him in the face, kicking him where the sun don't shine, and shield bashing Hulk all over, until Hulk starts to absolutely pummel him. Luckily, Thor comes in to take Hulk's attention away, but he lived. He survived. Number 6. Having the super soldier serum sucked out of him. In Captain America Volume 7, Issue 21, the villain Iron Nail had gained control of a giant helicarrier mech called Gungnir, which is honestly really cool looking, and was using it to attack and destroy the city of Nirovekistan. I'm so sorry if I messed that up. The Captain had infiltrated the mech and was confronting Iron Nail inside. Now look, his name may be lame, but in their fight he actually stabbed Captain America multiple times with tentacles that pulled the super soldier serum right out of his body. This caused Steve to be depowered, and on top of that, it rapidly aged the Captain. Right as Steve was about to save the day too. Just kidding! Cap won, throwing his shield into Gungnir's core, and with the help from Sam Wilson, the Falcon defeated Iron Nail and escaped the mech. Number 5. Gets his costume charged by GAMBIT, who explodes it. During the X-Men vs. Avengers event, one-shot comics were produced that pitted single Avengers versus single X-Men. While a lot of these were great stories, there was one that stood out as a surprise. That would be the AVX vs. Volume 1, Number 2, that pitted Spider-Man against Juggernaut and Steve Rogers against none other than Remy LeBeau, Gambit. For those of you who don't know, Gambit has the unusual mutant ability to convert the potential energy stored in an object into kinetic energy. Basically, turning objects into bombs. Captain America is, well, Captain America though, and he gets a little cocky, not thinking much of the X-Men. After failing the obvious tactic of using Cap's shield as a kinetic bomb, Gambit surprises Cap, charging Steve's armor and catching Steve off guard with a huge explosion. But when the dust settles, Gambit did nothing but get Cap's full, undivided attention. Cap rushes Remy, using his shield to guard against Remy's charged playing cards, and takes him out with a swift uppercut. I'm still a huge fan of Gambit though, can't lie. Number 4, a backhand from Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. During the iconic fight between the Avengers and the Mad Titan armed with the completed Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos easily beats almost all of the Avengers. Near the end of the fight, only Captain is left, and he calls Thanos out to battle him one-on-one. Cap's got some great lines here. As long as one man stands against you, Thanos, you will never be able to claim victory. A swing from the Mad Titan, and a dodge from Steve. But when hands sprout out of the ground, holding Steve in place, Thanos swings down on Cap's shield, yelling, "Then die you shall," and completely shatters the shield of Captain America. As he is about to land a killing blow on Steve, the Silver Surfer shows up in the nick of time and distracts Thanos, who, after getting a little punch from Cap, instead knocks Steve out cold with a quick backhand to the face. Not bad for an enhanced human against a mutant Eternal wielding the Infinity Gauntlet who even the cosmic beings have trouble with. Unfortunately, us here at Top 10 Nerd, we don't have a super soldier serum. We gotta do this to survive. And it's because of you guys that we are able to do that. When you guys subscribe and like our videos, it lets YouTube know that we deserve to be here. Thank you guys for all your support. Alright, number 3. Thrown into an energy core and surviving. In Captain America number 38 in 1998, Captain America faces an adversary known as Protocide, a revived proto-super soldier. Protocide was given fake memories that back in World War II, Steve Rogers had killed him to remain the only American super soldier, which obviously isn't true. During a fight between the two, and a ton of Hydra agents, Cap saves Protocide from falling into an energy core. How does Protocide thank him? By throwing Steve into the energy core to kill him. Steve somehow survives using his shield as a platform to stand on while trying to think of a way out of the core. He quickly decides to sacrifice his own protection, subjecting himself to the full power of the core, to instead use his shield with the help of S.H.I.E.L.D., that's the acronym S.H.I.E.L.D., not the actual vibranium shield, to bust his way out of there with his clothes ripped to shreds and his body still intact. If that's the power of peak human conditioning, sign me up. Number 2, ZOLA virus. When Captain Rogers is teleported to the ZOLA dimension in Captain America Volume 7 in 2013, he is infected with a virus called the ZOLA virus, which puts him in constant pain and attempts to slowly take over his mind. While in Dimension Z, Steve gets his butt beat by Jet Zola, Arnim Zola's daughter, who counters his every move, almost breaking his back, and pushes him into a crowd of mutates who chew him up a bit. Then his ribs are broken and beaten by gamma-mutated cloned monstrosities of himself called Captain Zolandia. He gets blasted by Zola using his robotic body, and to top off the fight, he falls off of a cliff. Cap then just gets up, and using a knife, he cuts the ZOLA virus out of his chest. He cut a hole in his own chest and went on fighting. His mother did tell him getting back up was always the right thing to do though. Number 1, getting capped in the dome. Captain America has been shot so many times it makes 50 Cent jealous. Cap's been shot in the gut from a sniper, shot in the shoulder, shot in the leg multiple times and didn't even notice or care. But did you know that Steve Rogers has been capped in the dome? In Captain America and the Falcon issue 13 in 2011, Captain America takes a bullet to the dome that was meant for Sam Wilson. He was immediately rushed to hospital, and though he put up a fight, he was pronounced dead at 3:08 a.m. At the beginning of the next issue though, he suddenly wakes up, with the cause of his revival being placed on his, and I'm quoting this, unique metabolism. Captain America died for a grand total of 12 minutes that day, but he survived because of his metabolism. What? Alright nerds, that's the list. For a guy who's just really an enhanced human being, he can do some crazy things. Is there anything that I missed? Let me know in the comments below. For now, I'm Adam Andrews with Top 10 Nerd. Have a great one.